Hi everybody, it's Claire Daly here from clairedaly.typepad.com, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and my favourite colouring medium at the moment is Stampin Blends. And so I just wanted to do a super basic tutorial just to show you how I colour and blend the colour with Stampin Blends. Very basic. It's not going to be a card. I just want to show you the different layering on of the different colours and how I blend them. So I've got this beautiful image from Blended Seasons, and this stamp set and the bundle, which I will link to below, they actually finished this week. They were only available for the month of August. So if you want to get your hands on those, you've only got until Friday. So let me have a go with these. So the Stampin' Blends you can purchase individually or in sets of 2, which I think is really great. This in Australia $7.75 each one, or $15.50 for the set. So when you buy a duo, they come in a light colour and a dark colour. So that's great for the different blending. So when you use the Stampin' Blends, you always stamp with the Memento ink pad, which is a dye-based ink pad. A fast drying one, and that way that when you use the alcohol markers they won't actually blur the outline. And I've just stamped onto thick Whisper White cardstock. Make sure you've always got something underneath your working surface because they do actually bleed through. So I'm going to start with light. These ones I've got a Flirty Flamingo, and I've got some Rich Razzleberry as well, and then I've got Old Olive Duo for the leaves. So when I start with Stampin' Blends, I always lay down the colour with the lightest colour that I'm using. So this is the Flirty Flamingo Light, and you can see they have the name on the side there. So I'm just going to colour one flower and one leaf today. But I actually go in and I colour in the entire leaf or flower with a lighter colour. Now, look, there's so many different ways you can use these, different techniques that people use, but this is the way that I found I get the result that I'm looking for. And I'm certainly no colouring expert, but it's fun. So relaxing. So there's a fine end and a thicker end, and you can actually see those on the markers. So this is the thicker end and this is the fine end for doing finer work. So there you are. I've just gone in and I've used the lightest colour. So now I'm going in with some dark Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to put some areas that I think would be more shadowed. So say if the light's coming from this side, this is sort of the areas that I think you would see some shadow. Oopsie, better make that more of a shadow now. And then this would be a bit more shadowed through here. So once I've added a darker colour, I come back with a lighter colour, and I actually use the lighter colour to blend those in a bit, to blend the lines. So it's almost a circular or feathering motion. Now with Stampin' Blends, you don't actually have to press really hard. You just actually, it's quite a light feathery touch because they actually blend beautifully. So you can see you're getting that soft blending of the colour just by going over it with the lighter colour again. So now if I wanted to get a little bit more daring and add a little bit more colour, and at this stage you might be going, oh my gosh, it's going to ruin it. But I'm going to actually put in some light Rich Razzleberry. I actually quite like this, some of those darker areas. And often on the stamp, like on this one, you can actually see you know, it actually gives you a good guide as to where these lines are, where you would actually be getting some more shading in the colours. So then I would go back again with the light Flirty Flamingo. Don't worry about getting the tips dirty. I haven't found that to be an issue. So you just go back in and you blend out that colour. If you've got really large areas, I perhaps should have done these a petal at a time. If you've got really large areas, it's sometimes a good idea to do small areas at a time. But once you get it really wet again, the ink will move around a lot better. And you can just blend those colours into one another again. Now you'll see there, I'll show you in a moment, I got colour there where I didn't want it to be. See those little bits, it's pretty bad colouring really. There you go. I got some colour where I didn't want it to be, and so we've actually got a colour lifter here, which is again, it's got a fine end and a not so fine end. So you can actually come in here with the colour lifter and actually, it's like an eraser. You can actually use that to take away that colour, which I love, absolutely love. I was probably going a little bit fast. Had I been making this for a card, I would have been a little bit more careful. But this is super handy, the colour lifter, and that's available separately. So I would definitely get yourself one of those. So once you're happy with the result that you got, you could even add in some more colour. That was actually the dark rich raspberry I've just realised that I used, which is probably what the problem was. Let's go in and use the... So you can see doing it on this petal, using the lighter rich raspberry and then some of the darker rich raspberry, the result that you get. And each time I'm just using that lighter Flirty Flamingo to blend in the colour. And then it's the same deal on the leaves. So I've got the light Old Olive and the dark Old Olive. So I'll start off with the lighter Old Olive. Let's do this leaf here. So I will, using the thick tip, I've just coloured the whole leaf. And then the areas that I wanted to put the shading on, I just put the shading around here. And then I'll go back with the lighter colour and blend those in a bit. Now if you get to the end and you think, oh my goodness, I put too much colour in there, I'd really like to be a bit lighter in places, it's also a great place that you can come back and use your colour lifter. So you can actually use your colour lifter to bring out some of that colour and to make it lighter in a couple of places. So I hope that's just given you a really, really simple simple guide as to how to use the Stampin Blends. Honestly, the best way... Oh, I've got lots of bleeding there. I'm not quite sure. I might have got it a little bit too wet. I think that's what my problem was in this one. Got it a little bit too wet. I'd need to cut that out. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. So the best thing is just to play with colour combinations. You'll be super surprised what colours go with each other, and you know, the worst thing that can happen is you can grab another piece of cardstock and start again. So yeah, definitely, I would suggest definitely buying them in duos, so you've got a light and a dark at least in your colours, and they're available in so many different colours, and we've got another 4 colours, 4 duos coming out in the holiday catalogue. So definitely fun to colour with those, really deep saturated colour, really great to blend, and I just love the effect that you get. So enjoy your Stampin' Blends, and don't forget your Memento ink pad so that you can blend with ease. Thank you for watching today, and all of the links for the video will be down the bottom, links to the products and some of the other cards I've made using blended seasons. As I mentioned, if you want to purchase them, they're available in my online store until the 31st of August. So enjoy. Thank you very much.